I just said some really positive things about the way the line played in the scrimmage. How did you evaluate that?
Yeah, I thought we played well. I just keep encouraging those guys, just running off the football, trying to cross the line scrimmage, everything that we're trying to get done, fundamentals every single day, and it showed up a little bit more. It's showing up a little bit more every day in scrimmage and practice, and the scrimmage was good for us. Threw the ball a little bit more, just let Will rip the ball a little bit more, and I thought we did pretty well in protection.
There's so many questions about that tackle spot in particular going into this. How have you seen those guys?
No, those guys have been great, and we're cross-training a lot of guys. Guys playing both. We're trying to keep Flax where he's at right tackle. He feels comfortable at right tackle. Battling for the left spot. Deion's playing really well for us right now. Dave is doing. He's kind of bouncing back and forth, doing a good job of just getting right side, left side reps. Keontae is doing really, really well for us. Heck, the guy should still be in high school right now, and he's a big son of a gun now. So he's doing well. His head's spinning a little bit with some of the protections and stuff like that, but we expect that. Being a young guy, but I tell you what, when he knows what he's doing, and he's right about 95% of the time right now. When he knows what he's doing, he's very, very talented. So I feel like we got a lot of depth there. Just trying to develop guys and trying to nothing has to be set in stone right now. Just trying to get guys a lot of reps.
What's the biggest key with a guy like Keontae? Is just getting the mental part down there? Or
I think for him it's half the battle's snap count, right? You go from a high school snap count where he could have been on silent and on the clap and all that stuff to where we got 4 or 5 different snap counts here. Snap count's huge for us to try to just help the O-line and not let the D-line just tee off on us. So heck, that's half the battle for him. And then it's the speed of the game, for him, and just seeing it. But every day that he steps on the field, man, he's picking up just a little bit more, and it's really encouraging.
We've heard lots of good things about Tayshawn Manning this spring. What have you seen from him? Has he exceeded your expectations?
He is he's a bull, man. He is that dude can move people off the spot, and he's aggressive in the run game and the pass game. He is a very, very talented football player, and he has a chance to be really, really, and he was really good at Auburn, and he has a chance to be really good in this style of offense of just setting angles, running guys off the ball. He is, I didn't know anything about him until I got here. Obviously, he was here. He's new just like I am, but he has done a phenomenal job for us. Has picked up the offense very well, and you can see every day with him just continue to get more comfortable with the offense and knowing the plays and all that stuff. That's the thing about this, man. We just want guys to play free. We don't want them to think a lot. We have assignments, but man, we want to run through aiming points and we want to move people off the ball. And he's really good at that.
Rich mentioned Eli being able to handle a lot. How's that transition to center gone? It seems
I think Eli had a really good year last year at guard, but I think transition to center has helped him out tremendously. He's a very bright guy, gets everybody on the same page. He's physical, he's strong. I joke around with him all the time. I say he has big shoes to fill with Fortner, and Drake's in the room again. So, he has big shoes to fill playing center here. So he's up to the challenge. I think he's done a phenomenal job, and I think he's going to continue to get a lot better. And I think he has done it. He is what makes the O-line run. Right now it's just he's getting the guys on the same page. We go as he goes. He was making all the mic points and the protection calls and all that stuff. So he's doing a really good job.
What's having Drake around been like for the guys that I assume
I think it's great. I think it's great for the guys. The guys are comfortable around Drake. I think they as a GA or as an assistant, you kind of got those guys' ear. The big thing for me is Drake's a guy that I can trust, that he can go talk with those guys one-on-one. He can take them to the side, and I trust Drake because of the type of human being he is. Was a good football player, is still a good football player. But that, to me, that's those guys trust him. They've played with him. A lot of the guys in the room have played with him, and they can go. They might be able to say stuff to him that they don't feel comfortable coming to me, or just talking and asking him something, and it's been awesome having him around. He's a huge asset to have around.
I think a lot of us thought he was probably going to be a coach someday, but maybe not as early. What is it when a guy gets in it earlier though? How does that help them?
Yeah, I mean, I just think the sooner it's just like playing football. It's just like you can't teach experience, right? So it's like just as soon as you can get in and start learning how it's completely different being on another side of it, not playing, but on the coaching side, and because not all good players are good coaches. You know what I'm saying? You have to find that how you communicate with the players, and a lot of guys, Drake could be like, well, I did this, but all right, well, articulate to that guy, teach him how to do it. And I think he's, heck, even before I was here, he was. I mean, you've always just heard that. I mean, he's been working with high school guys. He's always been working with guys, and I think it's just in him that he's a good teacher.
Buford looks new offense, new coach, new faces. How would you describe like the energy in the room and on the field?
It's been great. I mean, it's been I can't say enough about the guys in our room, in the O-line room, and it's a tribute to the culture that Coach Stoops has put together. It's a tribute to Coach Schlarman's recruiting before I got. I mean, it's all of it, and it's an awesome group. I'm enjoying it. I think they're having fun. They're having fun. They're loose, but when it's time to get down and to play football, they've done a really good job with it, and that's kind of our mentality. I mean, we're gonna have fun. It's too hard not to have fun. If they don't enjoy coming to this building right here, then I don't think they can be good football players. They have to enjoy to come over here, enjoy being around us, enjoy watching film and the things that it takes to, in the classroom or in the meeting room to be a good football player. They have to enjoy doing that, and I think they are.
How do you feel it's going to be adequate during the season to be able to get to eight-man rotation?
I would love to. I'd love to. I would absolutely love to find 8 guys that can consistently play on in an SEC game on a Saturday. I would love it. And ultimately, you would love to be able to have a backup center that can play. You would love to have a guy the guard that can swing back and forth, and then a guard, kind of the NFL model, right? You dress 8 guys, you got a backup tackle, you got a swing tackle, you got a swing guard, and now the NFL's letting you dress that 8th center or that 8th position for a backup center. So that'd be phenomenal. I think we're on the path to. I really do. And the best guys are going to play. And I would love to find 8 guys that we feel like we can consistently play on any given Saturday.
On that line at the combine, Forger told us that John Young was a guy that we should watch out for. He made a big step. Where do you see him?
No doubt. I mean, it's kind of, you talk to John, and John's story is kind of funny. Like, this is his first true spring, right? I mean, like, he gets here, and then we have COVID, and I mean, it's like a lot of these guys, it's like their first real spring football. So it's like, I think John's done a phenomenal job. He's playing at that left, kind of behind Kenneth at the left guard right now. John's long. I think he's powerful. He has to continue, and we talk about it all the time, just the pad level, and that comes with strength, the lower body strength of being able to play lower. But he's picked it up very well. Really like his athleticism and his length, and he's done a really good job with this at guard.
Buford looks like a guy who's transformed a little during the offseason.
Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit more about his transformation?
Yeah, and obviously
progress?
I didn't know Dion. And Dion, I think the only Dion that I know and that I've been around is a very athletic human. I mean, he's very athletic, and I think he's done. Obviously he didn't play much last year. Wasn't in the rotation, but like, the dude is athletic as all get out, and love his. He's playing on both sides. We got him at left tackle, and him and Dave are rotating back and forth, kind of splitting reps at left and right. And I tell you what, he's getting it more and more. He was kind of a quiet guy when I got here. I feel like he's definitely opening up a little bit and trusting me a little bit more and coming and he's opening up. And I think that's just helping him with his play on the field, just letting it loose and not being scared to mess up, and understanding my coaching style is not, I'm not going to sit there and, beat you down if you mess up. It's like, dude, let's get up. Let's do. I mean, how do we fix it? And I think it's registered with them pretty well.
Is that athleticism?
Jack? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to follow up. Does that athleticism lend itself to him kind of beginning mostly on the left side?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's athletic enough. He's built well enough that I could put him anywhere on the offense. I don't know if he can snap, but I think he can protect well enough at tackle. And to me, his athleticism and him, I mean, I could put him at guard. And I mean, in this offense, guards are what make that run game go. And I think he would be fine there. I think we got two pretty, guys that are playing guards right now that are pretty daggone good. And I think his spot's going to be at tackle, you know. But I think he can play anywhere we would ask him to play.
How's Jagger Burton progressing?
Very well, very well. That dude, I mean, I absolutely love the way that he plays ball. I mean, he is, you know, I think when he continues to get a little bit stronger, but I think that guy's going to be a really special football player. He is athletic. He's one of the most athletic guys we've got. And I think he's at guard, his mentality, he's smart. So I'm really fired up about him. He's doing a really good job, and he really does. All those young guys are, man. It's just, it's a credit to them. It's a credit to, like I said, going back to Coach Stoops' recruiting, and I'm just fired up to continue to help him with his development, because he's going to be a guy. I mean, he's going to be the guy that's going to be. He's going to be able to rotate in and play anywhere we ask him to play.
How does it change your approach, coaching wise, when you know, like, going into a weekend here, you can have 10 guys ready to go if you want
No
to,
doubt.
as opposed to, you know, the NFL where it's kind of capped.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just got to kind of get. I mean, but there's just you got to find that happy medium, right? Like, you want guys to play, you want to give guys be fresh and all that stuff, but you also want that continuity of those guys playing together. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's hard for me. You know, the center position is the guy that runs the show, right? So, like, it's hard for me to say that we're going to play 2 centers on Saturday. It just, you know, with the quarterback snaps and all that stuff, it's just, you know, but everybody else, I mean, like, yeah, I would love to be able to play as many guys as we can on Saturday. So it's definitely a different mentality. I mean, you go in the NFL, right, and you got 8 guys dressed, and, you know, one guy goes down, you're down to, I mean, it gets a little scary, right, when someone goes down. So at least here you got a little bit more depth on Saturdays to where you can move guys around, shuffle guys around if something bad happened.